Today we're going to elaborate a little bit about inno crux. Again, inno crux is the attitude we talk about. It's the way of treating your work and your life. We talk about crocodile. You guys all know crocodiles are ferocious. When the animal crocodile or the this type of animal called alligator or crocodile, they may not be the same type of animal or in the same type of family type of animal, but however, I'm using this as a symbol to explain the attitude and the way we treating life. When this animal, when the crocodile bite off the food, could be other type of animal, could be big, could be small, but they never let go. Use that word, never let go. They're ferocious, they're smart, they're intelligent, and they are persistent. You guys can tell from movies or from actual life, from the zoo or from whatever video or book or whatever. You guys know crocodile has a very sharp eye. Sometimes he pretends sleeping. Sometimes he pretend a dead wood floating above or half floating in the water. The eyes and the sense, when they get close to the animal, they go ahead to bite off or bite in the food, which is the other type of animal. Never let go. Whether they bite off little hippo or they bite off little cheetah or they bite off little buffalo or any other animal, whether it's a little from the sizable or big buffalo to the size of a small squirrel, a little mice, they bite off, they eat them. They never let go. In our attitude, in our innovation, in our creativity life, we're going to talk about continuously, we're going to elaborate. Same thing. When you have a good idea, when you have an idea you believe is good, continue. You will run into problems, you will run into a solution issue, you run into a modification issue, you run into some sort of a competition or some sort of a history may tell you your innovation may not be good or not. Guess what? Don't listen to these and don't worry about these. When you buy off one idea, continue, build them, make them, try to use innovation, invention, creation, all these three combined. Think about using the crocodile way of taking their life, taking care of their life. So therefore, use that way of bite in, bite off, never let go. Continue to be persistent to build your invention, support your invention, be persistent. Now, besides that, that is we call inno crux attitude. Later on, with the attitude, we can talk about inno crux lifestyle. I'm not talking about a designer working for a company, be creative, running whatever. I am putting that aside. Later on, we talk about this. Right now, I'm talking about inventor, work, live like an entrepreneur. With the invention, with the idea, with the innovative attitude, with the crocodiles, a way of working, way of life, because they have to have the food in order to be alive. So therefore, use this inno crux way of doing business, way of and way of taking care of your life, the way of taking care of your innovation or invention, whatever it is, something new, something to rely on to make the business. Never let go. Be persistent. Be persistent. So therefore, with the inno crux attitude, to build your inno crux lifestyle. By building the lifestyle, first you have an attitude. Second, you have to have the way of handling it. Attitude is wonderful, it's very important, but also method. The way of taking care of your invention is very important. Let's talk about these. Oh, when people talk about invention, they talk about Edison. They think about Tesla. They think about Apple. They think about IBM. They think about Coca-Cola invent a brown sugar water. And there's a lot of big, huge inventor. Do we need to make a living by doing that? The answer is no. Be a good inventor and create something people want, people like, people need. even in very, very small product, small category. As long as this invention, this product, this category can make you a good, successful entrepreneur to build a good business, then you can really live in very, very, very financial independent, financial comfortable, financially no worry lifestyle. And then you can talk about later on joint venture with a big company and create a huge idea with shitloads of investment money to build them. That's completely different. When Steve Jobs went back to Apple to create the music device or the new Apple computer at the time, he doesn't have any money. Apple about to have a bankruptcy to deal with, but he went to Microsoft, he went to a lot of different people to get the money to create new Apple computer. Without this huge gazillion money, almost like 500 millions from Microsoft or another 100 million from someone else, you can't do a computer with Apple or Macintosh. When you have that much money by invent or building a business to that point, we can talk about that later on. Right now, I'm helping people who still working with a company or who has no job or who has very, very frustrated job and frustrated life, how to get out there, how to make comfortable life and how to be successful. We can use one small idea to reach 10 million, to reach 100 million business. 10% of million is 100K. 10% of 10 million is 1 million. 10% of 100 million, guess what? It's 10 million. Is 10 million enough for you to live comfortably? The answer is yes. So think about any idea. Let's not be greedy, not to be crazy. Let's talk about any idea right now you have, or any idea you believe you can create, can build a business to reach 1 million the first year. Within 5 years, you can reach out 10 to 20 million. Let's talk about these small to lots of people like Warren Buffett or like Bill Gates or like Steve Jobs or whoever. Guess what? Those are small money. But to your family, if your family of 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, is that enough to take care of your parents, kids, wife, family? The answer is yes. And also we talk about big idea, big innovation, big creation, big idea costs big money. Why do we need to go there first? Let's go to a small idea, small innovation, small creativity result or method to build a business, generate enough positive cash flow to yourself. Let's start from that. That is what I like to see when a crocodile bite off little small animal. Doesn't have to be. Maybe if it's only 1 foot and 2 feet. Guess what? As long as it feed the tummy comfortably, the crocodile can live. Let's talk about comfortably. Guess what? Take a look at a crocodile. When they bite off small fish, small things, small animal, boom, swallow, done. Comfortable, easy, doesn't cost any energy. When you take a look, when crocodile bite off a little bigger size, let's talk about cheetah. Holy macaroni. Cheetah is a sizable big cat and he know how to fight. He will fight back, cause a big, huge crocodile fight for almost 5 hours to take care of his food. But his food is big, very, very, very sizable meat. The crocodile can enjoy for many days and many months even. But look at that. Look at from the video, other videos, whatever you guys can take a look. Cost huge energy, huge effort, long hour to even fight for. Could also very risky. The crocodile may die in the middle of fighting for the food. So therefore, big idea also costs a lot of money, costs a lot of effort, and also have huge risk. Huge risk. When you have a financing capacity to do that, like a huge crocodile, go for it. But let's focus back to a small animal, small target, small little meat can take care today or next year's food supply. As long as the business, just like as the small entrepreneur, let's start from small. We don't need to be biting a cheetah or biting a buffalo or biting a hippo. No. There's too high a risk that can cause the life of crocodile. Smart crocodile don't need to do that until you really a gigantic size you grow into as a crocodile, then you can fight for. Right now we're new. We are small entrepreneur. Let's talk about small idea. What is small idea? I'll give you an example. The first idea I had when I was even a student in the School of Art Center College of Design in Pasadena, California. At the time, Southern California is part of a Sun Belt area in the country of the United States. I was a foreign student. I was very fortunate to have a scholarship from the school and also have other scholarship with the so-called American Sunroof. This is the company in Detroit. I was told the owner also a graduate alumni of Art Center College of Design. So he make a lot of money. He is multi-millionaire or even billionaire. So he chipped in his wealth to support students who are good, who need a financial support, and also in a excellent in study in academy academic a study. So therefore I got two types of scholarship. I was having a class to build the product, whatever you can think about. So that is something we need to talk. I will talk on next video. Thank you.